into your head.
You join me at a tremendously exciting moment. It's Into Your Head, number 790. We've a lot to get on with today. Items that need to be attended to, issues that need to be addressed, topics. Topics. We've got lots and lots of topics. We're positively booming to the seams with topics. We've got topics coming out of this piece of string. Let's have a look at it now. See how long it is. I think the length may be indeterminable because it's all tangled up. It's essentially lots of different pieces of string coming out of a ball in the middle, even though it was all one piece of string at one point. It's a piece of twine, the sort of stuff you use. The sort of stuff you'd use in the garden. I know a bit about this because my dad was a keen amateur gardener, and he used twine all the time. It was an integral part of his gardening. Every time you plant some peas, you get a bit of twine and a couple of sticks, and you'd make a line in the sand, so to speak, using the twine, and you'd sow everything along the line, and then you'd use the twine to, I don't know, can't remember what else he used it for. He's been dead since I was 13. I've lost all of the ancestral knowledge of gardening that I picked up from him. It's not like it's passed on in the genes, not after you've been born anyway. Anything I learned from him, I learned after I was born. Although now that I think of it, maybe, no, it's not in the genes, because his father was a teacher. His father before him was haven't a fucking clue. So no, hobbies are not passed on in the genes. They are not. They are in my arse. That is to say, they're not. I don't know that you use that expression abroad. It is in my arse, or they are in my arse, meaning they're not. They're definitely not. I don't know why you can't just say what we mean. Just say it's not. There's no need to say it is in my arse. No, you say it's not, whatever. But no, we said we have to start this confusion. We come up with these terms that cause confusion, and we bring the rife of the world down. This is why ISIS are coming after us all. ISIS are coming down us like a ton of bricks because they don't like the way we talk. We say things like arse, and we watch crude television programs, and we read comics, and we do all sorts of other childish and extravagant things. That's why the terrorists want to come and get us. They want to come and ram their guns and their bombs down our throats, and they want to say, oh, do you like having stuff rammed down your throats? Now you don't. You do not. You like it when it's in a porn or something, or when it's in a burger store. But no, you don't like it now. You do not. And that's the great lesson they're trying to teach us. Of course, we're not going to let them. The last thing we're going to have is terrorists teaching us a lesson. You don't learn from the first rule. The first rule of everything: do not negotiate with terrorists, and do not learn from terrorism. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. Anyway, hello and welcome to the show. Now, I know what you're thinking there. You're thinking he spent 5 minutes talking about pizza string, whatever the hell that was, or was it a piece of string? I don't know. I think he meant a piece of string, but it sounded like pizza string, and all I had going through my head then was pizza string, presumably meaning a string of melted cheese falling off a piece of pizza pie, as some of you foreigners like to call them. A pizza is not a pie. A pie is a thing with a crust, but not that kind of a crust. A pastry crust, but not that kind of a pastry crust, and with stuffing inside of it. Stuffing that's supposed to be inside it, not stuffing that's some gobshite who thought, the filling on the top of the pizza is not enough. There needs to be filling inside the crust. No, a pie it's supposed to be inside the crust, or at least inside the pastry. You get a load of rhubarb and a load of apples and a load of meat or whatever else you put into pies, and you put them into pies, and then you cook them, and then you eat them. You cram them down your greedy gullet. That's what a pie is for. The whole point of a pie, I believe they were started when they used to send men down the coal mines to work and in various other inaccessible places for the day, and they'd send them down with a pie. They'd say, there's your self-contained self-contained lunch. There's no tin foil around it because there doesn't need to be, because you're mining for tin anyway, so there'll be no point in you using up the stuff that you're mining before you've even come up for air at the end of the day. So I don't know. Although now that I think of it, pies nowadays do come in tin foil containers. Oh no, back in those days they just made the damn pie. They said the crust pastry thing is the container. It's a self-contained meal. All the potatoes and the meat and the vegetables and the sauce are all contained therein, and you can eat the container when you're finished. In fact, you can eat the container as you go along. That's the genius thing about it. You don't have to wait until... It's not like one of those ice cream cones where you can't start eating the cone until all the ice cream is gone. No. With a pie, you can start eating the crust as you go along. Just eat it off the top with the meat. Just leave a bit at the bottom to hold everything until you're almost done. And then cram it down your gullet, and then you're done. And then you go back to mining coal. I don't know how I presume you mine coal by getting a shovel and basically poking it into the side of the tunnel shaft and going, oh look, there's some coal. Will I take that out? Will I separate it from... I don't know if you have to separate it from the clay or something, or sieve it out like you do with gold, or if it's just the whole wall of the tunnel is all coal. I don't know. I don't need to know these details any more than I need to know the details of how to pilot a 747 jet. No, because you pay other people to do that. If I need coal, I buy it off someone who knows where to get it. If I need to fly a jet, I don't need to fly a jet. If I ever need to fly on a jet, I'll get the services of a pilot to fly it for me. In fact, me along with several hundred people using the same plane will share the cost. I probably would never, unless I win the Euro Millions lottery jackpot tomorrow night, which I believe is heading for 113 million euros. I will not be hiring a jet all on my own. No, except maybe a small one. Probably not, no. I suppose it's conceivable in a few years when Amazon start delivering stuff using those flying drones. Technically that'll count as hiring a plane, I suppose. Well, we'll all know damn well deep in our hearts that we're not. Just as we know when we get into a helicopter that we're not really in the flying car as originally conceived in the 1980s and 70s in the fantasy sci-fi books and all the rest of it. Anyway, on with the show. I've always been a great believer in the dictum, never ask a cat a question unless the answer can be expressed in the form of a meow or a purr or a cough. If it happens to have a hairball that's almost ready. I don't know how long it takes a cat to prepare a hairball from start to completion. I suspect it takes a month or two. I'm not sure. I have several cats. They all occasionally cough up a hairball, but I suspect it takes several weeks to get one going, because it's not like they're all coughing up hairballs every 5 minutes of the day. No. Despite this fact, I have several cats. You don't do most days you don't hear a cat coughing up a hairball in my house at all. So that would suggest to me that it's not something they do every day. They certainly don't do it as often as we have a bowel movement, we humans, which would be, for most of us, it would be, say, once a day. Or for many of you healthy people, maybe it's less than that. I know there's a lot of people who don't move their bowels every day because they don't eat. That's why they don't move their bowels. They don't eat, or else they just they eat water all day, and then they have a bit of meat in the evening and a salad, and then they go to bed, or they exercise and burn it off before it even gets through their digestive system. But no, some of us are having bowel movements every day, at least once a day, and frankly, I think it's perfectly reasonable. I don't think it's unreasonable to have to go to the toilet once a day. Call me old-fashioned. And call me old-fashioned if you like. I suppose I am old-fashioned in a way. Although I do have, not the latest iTelephone, but I do have an iTelephone 5, if I remember rightly. My wife has the next one, and then when that's due for an upgrade, I'll get the next upgrade. And then, suffice to say, I'm not, call me old-fashioned if you like. I was born in 1976, so it's possible I am. I know how to use a computer, though. I know how to make a podcast. I know how to do lots of things. I don't know how to drive a flying car, so I suppose I'm not as modern as you might expect someone in the early 21st century to be. But that's true, no fault of my own whatsoever, in any way, shape or form whatsoever. Well, I have a drink of energy drink, I will. Just a little one, because it's the afternoon now. We don't want to overdo it. I wasn't even planning to record today. I just thought, I came in here and I thought, fuck this for a lark, I'm going to get going. I recorded a segment for the Overnightscape Underground, which should be out Tuesday of this week, I think, at onsug.com. But apart from that, no, I wasn't going to record anything other than that. I just said, haven't sent anything over there for a while, so I'll do something now, and then I'll get the fuck out of here. I did get the fuck out of here for a while. I went out, and then I came back and did some cooking, did some general stuff around the house, and then I came up here, played Paint Monsters for a minute or two. I've been playing Paint Monsters basically all summer while I wasn't making podcasts or playing this game called Paint Monsters. I'm up to level 603 now. I've never been up to level anything of anything. I was never a game player before. I never got into the hundreds of levels of anything. I get to around level 3 and then I say, fuck this for a lark, I can't figure out this shit. But no, Paint Monsters I've been doing very well. Partly because I'm cheating, but apart from that, no, still doing very well. I'm beginning to think some of these games might be quite addictive. I'm not sure. Maybe they are. What harm though? Air is addictive too. I'm not going to go around telling people to stop breathing. I am not, unless I don't like them, and even then I don't want them to take me seriously, because then I'd be committing a crime. If I'm telling them seriously to stop breathing and they take me seriously, that's basically murder. You can't be doing that. I don't want to end up doing jail time just because of someone I didn't like taking me seriously. That's of no benefit to me. If it's of no benefit to me, you can be damn sure to Christ as hell I'm not going to do it unless I want to, and I don't. Once upon a time there was a dog. Now, I used to enjoy saying that sentence. I used to just say it randomly during the show and then start a once upon a time there was a dog story. But all the fun of it has temporarily gone out of it now, because I have a new system whereby I can't listen to myself in my headphones while I'm talking, and can't admire the deepness of the sounds and how me saying dog sounds in my ears on my fantastic recording system. Maybe I'll come back to that in the future, but no, at the moment it's lost all joy for me. Saying once upon a time there was a dog does nothing for me, because I can't listen to I have a new system whereby I can't listen to myself because I'm on delay by a millisecond or two, and it's too confusing. It's like hearing an echo, so I don't hear myself. Suffice to say, so there was still a dog once upon a time. The past doesn't change just because the future has changed. So make sure we know that. We learned that from Back to the Future. Or did we? I'm not sure if we learned anything from Back to the Future. But you all know damn well, to sure as Christ, that when all these people come on Twitter, as they do every month, and say, oh, this is the date on which Marty and what's-his-face did such a thing in Back to the Future. This is the date on which they did something else. There was another one of those last week. We don't learn anything from that. We do not. What we do know, though, is that if the future was changed by anything, the movie would no longer exist, or it would have changed. But would we have noticed that? I don't know. We don't really pay attention in movies. Someone needs to go back and watch Back to the Future every few days and see if there's any changes. Would they know it though? Would they know it? Would we know if our past had changed? I don't know. We weren't even there more than once. I know what happened in my past, but if I go back and live my past again now and it's different, will I know? I don't know. I don't know because I can't. Because time travel doesn't fucking exist. It never will. It never will. It's not a thing. Stop getting carried. This is the problem with this generation. They watch these movies with time travel and space travel and peace in our time and all the rest of it. They watch Star Trek, The Next Generation, and everyone on Earth is at peace and they've gotten rid of banks and money and cat murders and burglaries. Everything's perfect, and they say, that's going to happen now in a few hundred years' time. What's the setting? 2162 or whatever it is. That's when that's going to happen, and the young people see that, and it's as if they'd it's the equivalent of if your parents leave you a trust fund when you're 16. I'm never going to have to do anything. Well, these youngsters watch this Star Trek and they see, the future's all sorted out now. Don't have to do anything except wait for eternal life to be created so that I can make sure I live long enough to reap the rewards of all this stuff in the future. Of course, there's nothing they can do about that because they're too lazy. They didn't go to medical school, so they can't go and do anything about longevity. So as a result, our young people are stuck in a rut where they can't do anything about anything. They're frozen there like bunnies looking at, like deer in the headlights. Not bunnies. I don't know why I said bunnies. I meant deer. Deer in the headlights. We don't have very many deer around where I live, and I don't drive, so I don't really think of that too often, so I just thought bunnies. Do bunnies have headlights? No, they don't. But are they affected by headlights in any way? Possibly. I don't know. Last time I saw a bunny, I think it was one of my cats brought it in. Anyway, on with the show. Or rather, no. Anyway, good morning, because we're going to end the show now. Make it a short one and put it up, and then get on with our lives. Absolutely fucking fantastic. Goodbye.
Into your head.